You walk off the field. How do you feel? How would you assess the way these 2 days went?
Personally, it was a little hot, so I'm a little tired. But no, I think there's some growth. I think our defense, both defenses, I think yesterday probably won the day. The last 2 minute period today, they obviously got the best of us. But I think there's some growth. Some guys stepped up today for us. You get a feel against different rushers because in practice I'm going against a couple guys a day. Here I get a couple new guys, you know what I mean? So you feel some different rushes, you feel some different techniques. They have one of the better D-lines in the league, maybe, some say the best. We have a pretty good D-line too. So it's good to go out there and battle and, test out some of your techniques.
It looked like they were, a lot of times in the 11-on-11, they were going with Dewan and Michael with the ones and Wyatt and James with the twos. Was that kind of planned that they were kind of mixing up some things on the right side?
I think Jack got a little banged up and they wanted to get some reps for different guys and stuff and fill it out. I don't know the exact reasoning, but I know they just wanted to, get some reps. I know Dewan's been doing some good things. Michael does some good things. So I think they're just trying to get him some reps against different competition as well.
Joel, how do you feel in general about doing these joint practices? I mean, when Amari was talking about them yesterday, he was like, these are like playing in games because they're so intense. I mean, how do you feel about doing this?
Yeah, very intense. For me, it's like a game day. You wake up, you have those kind of nerves and stuff. It's just a little bit different atmosphere. I think Coach Stefanski does a good job of the guys that practice a lot don't have to play in the game because it is like game-like atmosphere. I woke up this morning a little bit sore and a little bit beat up. You run 30, 35 full-speed plays against a team, and that's like half a game. So you get that feel. Today was a little bit shorter and stuff, but no, it's good work.
How does it feel with even from the start of training camp, being able to have Ethan alongside? I know last year he was kind of in the midst of things with injuries. How's it been really with them during the full training camp session?
Yeah, he's always locked in. It's good though. He's focused. It's good to, we got like 12 or 13 starts last year out of him. And so to come out here and really get from camp, you start getting a better feel. Our whole line really, Poe's coming back now, but our whole line really has been, together for 4 years besides Poe. So we're getting a little bit more comfortable understanding how each guy moves and the techniques and just communication and stuff.
The communication was really there when he was in the line, and it felt, how would you really separate him past, compared to past centers that maybe you've been outside of?
No, he's good. I've had some good centers. JC and Alex are my guys, but Poe's right up there with them. He comes out there and he communicates, he competes. We joke around because he's so focused on every day. Sometimes I try and make him smile in the huddle, and it never works. But no, he's a good one to have out there.
How do things change in terms of the ramp up? Now that you have these 2 days of kind of evidence to and things to build off of.
Yeah, I think for an older guy like me is just continue to work my conditioning, make sure I get as many reps as I need in practice. Focus on things. I know we have like more of a simulated game week next week against Kansas City, so really try and hone in on your routine when it comes to that. But besides that, keep working. We're still a ways away, so there's a lot of time to continue to improve and get better as a team.
You expect to play against Kansas City?
I'm not sure yet. He has not told us.
When you have the 2 days of this and then you don't have another practice again until Sunday, like how do you digest these two practices, I guess, in terms of like the watching film, what you take away from them, all that sort of stuff?
Yeah, the group, we didn't have meetings last night because it was so late, but a lot of the group came in and watched it last night. We watched it this morning. We'll watch it again tonight and tomorrow morning and digest that. It's a lot of good work, and then, if you're not playing in the game, you find a way to get some work in, some flexibility stuff, take care of your body, get ready for next week, and cheer on the guys that are going to be out there and competing.
I know it's the red zone at all a concern to the number one offense. It's not just out here, but during camp, it's been rough too.
Yeah, we're working through it. I think our defense sees the concepts that we're running in practice, so they saw it throughout OTAs, they saw it throughout minicamp. We have some good players on defense, so they find some things. Today we didn't convert as much as we wanted. But I think it's stuff we're working through. I think you want to see your defense compete early in camp because they usually have a step up on the offense. But I think we're working our way through, and I'm not concerned at this moment about it.
I know it's a long process, and we still got 90 guys here. But looking back to last year and then this year too, do you walk away from joint practices like this with a good idea of like, okay, this is who we are, like this is the team we have?
Some guys step up, but it's such a long preseason that you don't know what's going to happen injury-wise or trade-wise or, cut downs. There's so much that goes into it. And it feels like a team right now when you have 90 guys. It's always hard when you cut down. You never know, who you're going to lose in the cut downs.
I asked that. I meant just like the personality of the team.
Oh yeah. You start to get an understanding for sure. We have a lot of competitive guys. Our defensive line, I think you saw flashes of what they can be yesterday and today. So you definitely start to see personality stuff coming out. It's still not full speed. Chubb's not getting tackled and things are like that, but it's you get a better understanding for sure.
It seems like Elijah obviously hasn't been here long, but it just seems like you guys lose a lot when he's not out there in team drills. I guess, do you feel that difference when you're missing him in particular?
Yeah, I think he's going to be one of our, I want to say queen on the chessboard. They can move everywhere, you know what I mean? I don't play chess, but I was trying to use a quote. But no, and I think they want to get him the ball. They realize he's an explosive player. He's played some running back in his past, and I think they want to use our weapons. Whatever our strengths are, they want to use it, and he's a good complement to Amari, to David, to DPJ, to Nick. So it's gonna be good. I know he hasn't been out there. It would have been nice to see him out there the last couple of days, but we're getting him healthy for week 1.
So, Myles, first of all, what happened with the foot yesterday? Everything okay?
All good. Got rolled up on and had some pain, but the guys are looking out for me and wanted to be a little bit cautious with today. Let's see how I felt, and got out there, moving well, was feeling good. Told me to just cool it for team and just let the guys work, and they came out there with a lot of juice and a lot of energy. And there was some good, some bad, but that's to be expected in camp.
I'm assuming it's felt good from going out there in the individual stuff we were talking.
Yeah, individual was exploding out. A little pain, but it's to be expected.
Was it a different foot than you had the dislocated toe on, or the same one?
Different foot.
Any improvements from yesterday's performance with your defensive unit?
It came out, and I think we're flying around more. A lot more energy, a lot more juice down the field, finish toward the ball, and then there were less mistakes, but those guys over there, they were in position to win it big for a reason. They executed at a high level and made some big plays, and hats off to them. We got to keep on executing and finish each play on top like we know we can.
Why is their offensive line kind of the perfect team to kind of do these against for you guys as a defensive front?
Oh, I mean, you want to see a lot of different looks as far as offensive line, just because that's what you're going to face. Not everyone's going to set the same. They have a pretty unique scheme, at least compared to some of the other teams we'll face in the league, and allows us to have some liberties we wouldn't face against our own team, and that gives us a different look and some adjustments that we weren't able to really see while we were playing each other. It's the way they were set and the way they were kicking allows for us to see if stuff will work a little bit further down the line and prepare us for the season.
Myles, I was listening to Jason Kelsey talk over there, do his media session, and he said that this D-line was one of the better end-to-end D-lines in the league. To hear that from a guy like Kelsey, what does that mean?
It means a lot. He's seen a whole lot. He's been around for a while, and he's played against some really good ones. So, and definitely it's an honor coming from him. But we gotta make the most of it. We appreciate the words, but we got to keep on putting the work in.
It was your guys' offense that was out there, but when these skirmishes happen in these joint practices, that's something you can feel like building as the days get longer, the competition builds when you're going against these guys for 2 days.
It's just usually gonna get the intensity is gonna ramp up. Guys are passionate, they want to make plays, and you get in that mode where it starts to get game like, and stuff like that happens. They're very competitive, and as are we. So it gets to a point where guys start to take it up a notch, and we got to be able to lock in and bring it back down once those times start coming up and start ramping up a little bit too much.
Joe Bitonio was saying that there were some cheap shots both ways coming from the Eagles. Did you notice anything like that at all?
I didn't see cheap shots myself. I'm not saying that they didn't happen, but I didn't see any, and I saw there were some skirmishes on the offensive field. So we'll check in, and I know they'll be better, and I know the older guys have a lot of vets that will help them continue to practice the right way and have good habits, we'll do the same on our side. 'Cause, fight's not going to start from just one side doing anything. It takes a little bit from both. So we both need to improve and be able to get out here and get good work.
How did you feel like the young guys got good work? Especially guys like Isaiah and Siaki and Oba.
Going against big time talent like they're getting looks that you don't always get to get. You're going to get Joel and Jed and Jack and Dewan. All those guys are really good, but that's only one set you're seeing. You're seeing a variety of different skill sets, from a different team who's very talented at what they do, and that allows you to start adapting to what else you're going to see in the league, and starts to create a little bit of a variety of your pass rush moves and what you see really works for you and what works for you across the board instead of just one style.
Myles, you guys are kind of still ramping up Shelby Harris, but to get him out there and see what he can do, what does he add to the D-line?
I mean, he plays with a lot of passion. He's fiery, and right now he's getting his feet underneath him and working his hands really well. He has a lot of knowledge of the game coming out and being able to do a variety of moves, and he'll let you tell that he's not where he wants to be, but we know from how he's spoken in the classroom and how he talks the game while he's out there, coaching up the younger guys, and that it's just about him getting in that game, game-like form and shape for him.
Myles, the Eagles led the NFL with 70 sacks last year, and they've sort of set the standard for what the prototypical D-line should be. Do you feel that way, that they are like where you guys want to get to? And do you feel like with all the additions and with Jim Schwartz that you're getting there or close?
Well, I mean, there's one style of doing it. There's many different styles of being an aggressive and a production-heavy defense and defensive line, and we'll find our own way. We'll carve our own path, and they're just another really source of knowledge for us to pull from as far as how to be so efficient and productive rushing the passer. But we have different guys who do bring different things to the table, and so we have to play with what we have, and I think we can be very talented in our own right.
How about Jordan Mailata, going up against Jordan, and are you familiar with his story and his background a little bit, and if so, he just took such a unique path to get to the NFL. Do you find that sort of fascinating?
Absolutely. He's pretty young in the game if you were to look at how long he's been here, and for him to pick up the game so fast and be where he's at, I'm sure he's proved a lot of people wrong, but he's certainly impressed me and some others with how quickly he's come along, and he's already got the size for it. He's big as a house, but he moves really well. He's athletic, and he's shown that in his rugby days. But you can't help but marvel at this guy, moving as well as he does, being as efficient as he does, working with Lane. He's gotten his technical prowess to a pretty high level, and I think he's going to only continue to grow and grow as a player.